You don't have your thing, I didn't recognize you.
I want to go more relaxed.
Should I look at you or them or the camera?
Either one. Go back and
what
forth.
is the camera?
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Rachel. This is Mark Stolaroff. We're here on the 2017 Twin Cities Film Fest red carpet, sponsored by Fleurdejunk. We're so happy for their support and very thankful for it. Thank you so much, guys. You are the producer of DriverX, that is about to make its Midwest premiere here. Thank you so much for being here.
We're thrilled to be here.
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Tell us a little bit about the film.
So DriverX is first of all, it's the fifth feature with the writer-director Henry Burial and myself. We've been working together for a really long time. It's about a middle-aged stay-at-home dad with two young children, and his wife works during the day, and she comes home one day and says, listen, we're like really short on money, you need to step it up and go find a job. And he's been looking for work for like the last 2 or 3 years after his record store business went out of business, and he hasn't been able to find anything in the music business, so he's desperate, and he goes and he signs up for to drive for a company called DriverX, which is kind of like Uber, but not really. So it's kind of the adventures. I don't want to say adventures because it's a drama, but it's about a guy who's having to kind of get back out in the world. He drives late at night, which is a whole different kind of driving than driving during the day. It's in Los Angeles, and it's actually based on Henry Burial's actual experiences doing just that. He was in exactly that situation while we were trying to make another movie, and he had to start driving, and he started writing down what happened, and this is the movie.
That's awesome. So based on some true life stories-ish.
True life.
It's a lot of true life.
I like to say exactly what's true and what's not.
Right, okay.
It's not some, and it's not just about driving, it's about being middle-aged and married and going through these kind of struggles. I think a lot of middle-aged Americans are going through this kind of a struggle where they're thrown out into the gig economy or the sharing economy, and maybe they had a real job most of their lives, and that job ended because of new technologies, and now they're kind of thrust into the whole world of new technologies. And I think what we like to say is that he's now introduced to the generation behind him that's now kind of taking over the world, and that's not such an easy. Generation X is meets the millennials.
Right, yeah. So I asked Patrick this question as well. What sort of gig jobs or survival jobs, as you've been in the film industry, what are some of the jobs you've done in the past?
Did he have gig jobs?
I mean, it was kind of like waiting tables and stuff, so it's kind of like normal, I guess. But
well, first of all, my car's too old to teach driver. They won't let
mine
me
too.
Yeah. So I don't actually.
Okay.
I mean, you were asking. I teach this budget filmmaking. That's kind of my gig job, I guess.
Yep, okay.
But I make movies and I teach filmmaking, and I mean, I haven't gotten a sharing economy job really, but I certainly, as a producer, I've done, I produced other movies, and I produced some branded content for QuickBooks, and stuff like that. But I haven't had to do the Fiverr, design someone's movie poster. I designed my own, and it's not that great, so no one's going to hire me.
I wasn't going to say anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. No, I can't imagine someone paying me $5 to do a poster, but I do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Okay, so now where would we find your educational stuff that you have available?
So I teach something called No Budget Film School. If you go to nobudgetfilmschool.com, and if you aren't aghast at how crummy their website looks because it's old and I haven't had a chance to redo it, but I've been doing that for 12 years.
Awesome.
I've been in the world of kind of micro-budget filmmaking for 20-something years, and I was an executive at a company that gave finishing funds to films like that. We gave finishing funds to Chris Nolan when he made his micro-budget film, and Joe Carnahan and other filmmakers like that. And actually, Henry Burial, that's how I met him. He made a $3,000 film that we gave finishing funds to, and it was in Sundance and got for distribution and all this stuff. So that's how I met him. So, so this is kind of my thing, to make movies. This movie was self-financed, and it was our money and Kickstarter money.
So cool. So without giving away all of the education, obviously they can come visit and learn from you. What would be one tip that you would give, even if it's not the best tip, just a tip to those low, to those. Right.
Well, the easiest thing, I just came out of a movie that was a Minnesota movie that I thought was a great example of no budget filmmaking, and I didn't even know until I saw the credits because it looked great. But the credits, you could tell, it was very few people in the credits.
Yeah.
And I think when you're making a feature with no money, it's good to start with your resources, write down what you have available to you to make a movie with, and write around that.
Yes.
And then make your story go in that direction. Like don't already have the idea for the story before you look at your resources.
Sure.
Look at your resources and go, you know what, there might be a story in this particular thing that I have. It might be really interesting because that will steer you towards something unique.
Yeah.
If you stay with your resources, then you're not biting off more than you can chew, and you can make something. It might be a small movie, small in scope, but it'll be it won't feel like you were missing something, that you didn't quite pull it off, and you can make something really great. And this is what Chris Nolan did on this first film. So, Following is a small movie, but he does it very, very well, and well enough so that someone would give him $5 million to make Memento.
Right.
So.
Well, thank you so much. Make sure to follow that, guys. Get yourself educated. Thank you so much for being here. We're so happy to have you.
Thrilled by it.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll be back in a couple hours. See you soon.